No puedes jugar boxeo es presentado por J&E, tu mejor opción para toda remodelación en Las Vegas, Nevada. 702-994-1924. Ponte tu Seller, los mejores guantes orgullosamente mexicanos, desde 1930 vistiendo los puños de los campeones y ahora disponibles para ti en sellersports.com. Ponte tu Seller. Sebastian, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. How is everything?
Everything's good. How are you doing, Ernesto?
Oh, really happy to talk with you. I was preparing the interview and I just realized that the people are talking about your career since Lubin. But before Lubin, you beat one of the most dangerous Spanish fighters. Remember El Niño Garcia. So you're growing and growing and growing. How's the feeling?
Feeling good. All these fights have been tough fights, and we've been passing these fights and winning these fights. So it's only a matter of time that the fans are going to start recognizing us as a great fighter.
Definitely. Brian La Bala Mendoza, it's a guy who born in Albuquerque, but he has like a kind of Mexican and Cuban blood. So how can you describe this fighter, La Bala Mendoza?
He looked good in his last fight with Banana.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I never seen any of his fights. He looks strong. He looks good. It should be a good fight, April 8th.
I agree with you. It's going to be a hell of a fight because even if you are the taller in 154 ever, you like to accept the in-fight challenges, right? So it's complicated for you, but you love to fight in the in-fight, right?
Yeah. It's not that complicated for me because that's what I like to do. So, we'll see what he brings on fight night.
So, little by little, you are getting there. One of the biggest stars from PBC. Again, you're gonna be the main event. In your dream, when you were a kid, do you believe that you're gonna be here in your dreams when you were a kid?
Of course, you have to. Before anything becomes a reality, you have to dream these things. And me and my father and my family would talk about these things and train hard and envision it. And now we're finally here and we're enjoying the moment.
Definitely. When you talk about 154, you need to name Sebastian Fundora because you are the interim champion in 154. But what about the biggest challenges? When the Charlo fight is going to take place, it's going to happen? What are you doing in order to receive this opportunity? Because I truly believe that we have a great example in Benavides. He already fighting his own pay-per-view. And I truly believe that sooner or later with Charlo, it will be a pay-per-view fight.
Yes, I think so too. We already fought Lubin for the interim title. I thought that was going to be the final eliminator, but we fought Campo, we fought Garcia, we're going to fight Mendoza. So we're just waiting our turn to get that fight with Charlo.
When you think about the green and gold belt, I mean the WBC, and by the way, they respect you, they love you, and they are giving all the support for you. What is the meaning to have on your chest, your shoulders, the WBC belt?
Green is life, green is life, and WBC is the life of boxing. When I think of WBC, I think of boxing. So they're so historical, and the fact that I have the support from them and their team, and their the whole faculty, I guess. It's a great feeling, because again, these are things that we dreamed when we were younger. And now that we finally have it, it's a dream come true.
Share something with the Mexican fans because they follow you, they love you, and through our channel and some articles that I just wrote from your career, not only for you, Gabriela, as well, but tell us something or share something anecdotic during your training camps in the snow because you're really famous in this, It looks like you are always in the snow and like the snowman, blah, blah, blah. What can you share with us, like something anecdotic for the people? Because the people don't understand that you can play boxing like my show, right? it's so many sacrifices in order to get here.
Yeah. Well, this past couple months, we've been training here in the snow in the mountains, and it's been hard. Like you said, you can't play boxing. You definitely can't play boxing. You can't play boxing in the snow either. It's hard. It's hard. Shoveling snow or cutting wood to stay warm. It's just the same thing with boxing. You know, all these things you can't look over. You can't just say, hey, I don't want to train today. I don't want to run today, because then you go to the ring, you get hurt. So these things you can't really mess with. Boxing you can't mess with, and just you have to make it your lifestyle.
Oh, definitely. Please, in a few words, describe one day in the snow, training in the snow. Describe one day, like at what time you wake up, what you have on your mind every single day. Please describe in a few words.
Gotta wake up at 5 to run in the morning. You gotta watch out for the mountain lions and the bears, but it's good. You know, we work outside. We want to enjoy the nature, so we work outside, and we just have to train hard and fight easy. That's all it is. You know, you don't need snow to train hard, but you know, if it motivates you a little bit more, you use it, and then that's what you do.
When you think about this, maybe in a future, I mean, of course now, but in a future when you grow in boxing, you're gonna have two countries behind you, USA, of course, and of course Mexican as well, because your father, your blood, your heritage. So how's the feeling to be one of the faces of the Mexican American boxing?
I'm grateful. I'm very grateful, because again, this is another dream that we had. You know, we're always traveling to Mexico City and enjoying that. My sister fights there a lot of times, actually. Yeah. And I plan on going back again every single year. You know, I enjoy Mexico. It's a great place. The people, I'm learning more Spanish the more times I go there, you know, so they want to talk to me. I feel, honestly, sometimes I feel more comfortable in Mexico than I do feel here in America.
Definitely. There is something that you can mention about El Mono Ramos. I truly believe that El Mono Ramos and Fundora are growing and growing, and the people are not talking too much about you guys, but sooner or later you're going to fight against El Mono Ramos, because he's fighting in 154 pounds. He's a super welter guy.
Oh, he's a good fighter. He has a good family, nice family. Him and his cousin or brother, I think it's his cousin, right?
Jesus, yeah.
His uncle. But yes, they're a great family, and I think it'll be a great fight for the future.
You mean Abel? Abel is his cousin,
yes,
right?
Abel, yeah. Yes.
In a few years, if you can dream, of course, the life is about dreams. How can you see yourself in a few years in boxing, dear Sebastian?
I want to be a world champion. I want to be a WBC world champion, and 154, and hopefully 160, hopefully 168. We can capture all these titles, you know.
And you know, I'm asking this because you are totally different than the other guys in 154. I can tell that, I mean, you're a gentleman, you're always laughing, you always treat well the press, but definitely your size, the element that you have a sister boxing, you're a different. So what thing that you want to change different in boxing, you know, to change boxing? What is the element that you want to bring to boxing in order to be different?
If I could change anything, I would change boxing back to the gentleman sport. You know, let's put more respect to the sport. A lot of people are getting away with being disrespectful, and I don't really like that. So if we can make boxing more decent again, we're already in the ring fighting. There doesn't have to be any fighting outside the ring. Okay. And if I could change that, that's what I would like to see.
Two more things before I let you go, because you have so many people to talk with. But first of all, maybe this question sounds stupid, but why I need to watch your fight? This question is not for me, for the people. Why we need to watch Fundora against Mendoza?
Because it's going to be a good fight. It's always going to be a good fight. I think myself, as a great fighter and always bringing exciting fights for the fans, and hopefully everybody tunes in and see another great performance from me.
And finally, and you take me to this spot, to this question. I have so many friends. I have been covering boxing since 30 years ago, maybe after I retired when I was a fighter. So this being said, I have these conversations with Marco Barrera, Israel Vasquez. The Dignity Health Park has something like special. It's always a war in this building, you know? And what are the expectations to fight in California?
It's the battlegrounds. It's one of the best places to fight in the United States. And the fact that I'm fighting here again, I'm headlining here again, I'm very excited, and I'm very excited to put on a great show for the fans. Okay.
Well, thanks for your time. Please say hi to your father, Gabriela, and always, it's a pleasure to talk with you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Ernesto. Thank you. We'll see you.